Are you ready to print your journal entries into a beautiful, archival quality, hard copy book that you can pass on to future generations? Well, as we say at Journal, it's always a good day to print a book. How are you today, journalers? I'm Amy, and I'm here to walk you through our book building system. One of the biggest benefits of Journal is the ability to compile your entries into a book that you can pass on to your legacy so they know your full story, or as much of your story that's fit to print. Before I break down the book building system, make sure you click on that subscribe button below the video. We're working hard to create videos to show you all the tips and tricks in our system, and we'd hate for you to miss anything. We have worked hard to enhance our system. Throughout the process, we talked to a lot of users to see what we might be missing. You talked, and we listened. You wanted the ability to print more than one journal into a book, the ability to print from tags, and you wanted the ability to print just a PDF. And what do you know? That's exactly what we built. To build a book, you're going to click on the Books tab along the top of your screen, and then click on the New Book button under the Drafts tab in the middle of your screen. This will launch the book builder. On the first screen, you will select either a hard copy of your book or just a downloadable PDF. You are always going to want to click the Next Step button unless you want to save your progress and move on to do something else. If that's the case, you will click Save and Exit. The next step is an important one. This is where you decide if you want to print from journals or tags. Toggle or select the option you prefer, and then choose the journal or tag you want printed. You can select one or more. Just keep in mind our books are limited to 900 pages, so you may have to shorten your date range on a future step if your journals contain a lot of content. Moving on, you can select to print all entries in that selection or set a date range. You will also want to set your time zone. The reason for this is to match up when you created the entry with your time zone. If you create an entry at 10 p.m. Pacific time, but you select an Eastern time zone, it will print on the next day in your book. The next step is for if you've added media, either directly or as a link out to a video site like YouTube. If media files or links have been added to entries, you can print them in your book. They will print with a screenshot and a QR code. That code can be scanned by any smartphone to view the content if you select to print media. If you want that content limited to only those with access to the shared journal, you are going to want to toggle the Required Journal Credentials to Access option. If you want your posterity to have access to it, you'll want to click the Do Not Require Credentials option. Otherwise, those videos will not be accessible. For the All About Me options, let's clarify a few things. Built as prompts, some of these questions can be answered more than once. What's your favorite food this year? Who knows? Maybe you finally discovered sushi. Maybe your answer has changed since last year's love affair with Popeye's chicken sandwich. You can choose to only print most recent answers, which only uses the newest answer on each question. If a question is only answered once, it will print that. If you select Print All Answers, it will print them all. But maybe you only want your 2020 answers printed in your 2020 journal. Now, you can select that date range. Yep, it's cool like that. Lastly, if you don't want any answers included, make sure to select Do Not Print All About Me questions. Otherwise, the story of your junior high crush will be included. You can continue on to select if you want photos included, comments, yours or anyone else's if you shared entries. Select if you want full color or black and white, and then add your title and any other details you want printed. You will receive an email when your book is ready for review and checkout. And that's it. Easy peasy, right? Just remember, we are here to help you with any part of the process. You can always reach out to us, drop a comment below, or send us an email to helpdesk@jrnl.com, and someone on our team will be happy to help. Until next time, happy journaling. Make sure you click on that subscribe button below the video. Your story as you feel, or that's fit to print. I lied when I said I was that good. I didn't lie about that.
Oh, okay.
talking. You're interrupting my flow.